Nope. Hello, my little artists. I forget that was my old intro on my old channel. I'm gonna bring that intro back to my long form videos. We're gonna bring that back. By the way, my old channel used to be a little artist who goes by Lily, but now it's Gabby Ships Langelo, or however the hell you pronounce it. Don't go looking for it because I deleted all the content. We don't need to be known what early middle school me was doing. 6th grade to like probably end of 8th grade. Maybe end of 7th grade. God, I was cringy. Okay. Anyways. So today we're gonna be talking about all my stories. So earlier today, at time of filming, I made edit of the man. And you're like, what the hell is that? One of my stories. That's the name. I think I'm gonna keep it like that. But you're like, huh, normally you post about these one story, or World of Magic. I'm like, huh, weird. How many stories does this kid have? The answer is yes. Anyways, so we're gonna go over the ones that I currently am planning on writing. So, planning to doesn't mean I'm doing it right now. So we're gonna start with my main story, A World of Magic. That's where most things start. Huh. So, what? Okay, let me tell you what I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell about. Okay, so with the stories, I'm going to tell you what happens, basically the plot-ish, without spoilers. How many books I'm planning on writing for it, and other junk. So, A World of Magic, the first one. I'll specify the first one. Because there are... I'll tell you that later. So, the first book in A World of Magic, Leah Ray Sirening. That is her full name. Her name is Leah. Also, ignore my hair, please. I'm not sure how the beginning was, because I'm going to change it. Because I wrote the first draft already. And currently keep procrastinating editing. So, yeah. Anyways. So, Leah lives on a planet called Nicola. I believe. Yeah, that's right. And one day, a fairy leads her into a forest. Well, she runs away from home. Let me think about this a second. Okay. Okay. So, one day, Leah gets found by a fairy. Her name is Foray. Foray goes by any pronoun, so doesn't really matter. Foray leads her into what I'm currently calling the fairy village. It doesn't really have a name yet. And Leah stays there for a couple of days. And she finds out about this prophecy that just so happens to be about her. Got that chosen one trope, am I right? Anyways. So after that, the fairies are trying to teach her how to use magic. Because they are able to sense when someone has magic. They're trying to get her to learn. So one day she is making a potion. Or attempting to. She failed, by the way. And this golden cloud strikes her with lightning. And she gets sent to another planet. And in order to go back to her planet, she has to save that planet from dying. And this basically just happens over and over and over again until the last book. By the way, Leah was 16 in the first book. In the last book, she's now 24. And she finds out that this one person betrayed her. Went behind her back. And now this whole war started. And we don't know. Will Damien win? Yeah. Or will Leah? That was a very bad explanation. I swear there's more lore than that. Anyways, yeah, this is gonna be 8 books. Hope y'all are good with repetition. No, I'm kidding. Not all the books are different. Like in the first book, Veronica's not the best person at first, but also do not trust everyone you see. In the second book, literally the Deadly One's a group of murderers. This isn't spoilers, but Mia manipulates them all. Manipulates her sister and her friend to help her murder and get away with it. The third book still got some kinks. And whatever, you got it. So, yeah. It's going to be 8 books, I'm planning. It will be going in the rainbow, or at least my rainbow. First book will be pink, then red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and black. I don't know why I said it like that. Nobody's gonna watch this. It's fine. This is fine. Anyways, so A World of Magic is obviously fantasy. I don't know if it's high. The amount of fantasy depends on the world. Like, in Malaria, that's not right. Did I name it Malaria on accident? Maloria, that's right. Okay, I had to check my lore wall. Oh, that could have been bad. Malira. I believe it's pronounced Malira. She's a character in the second book. Her name is based on the disease, malaria. So yeah. Anyways. So the genre of specific fantasy is going to be different. Like in the first book, A World of Magic, Maloria is a pretty advanced civilization. It's kind of like ours. Except without phones, so basically set in the 90s. No, not the 90s. It's basically our civilization without too much technology. And then in the 5th book, it's like, oh my goodness, we're in a kingdom. What the hell is this? We're set back in like medieval times compared to now. This is set in Aragon, yeah, which is a completely different universe that I made up. Okay, anyways, the second book series I want to write is The Man. I was talking about it earlier. It's going to be a duology. The first one will be called The Man. The second one, I'm debating on the name, but I think it's going to be The Woman. I'm not sure on that. I'm still working up the lore. So The Man is going to be like a mystery thriller, maybe horror. I don't think horror. Mystery thriller about... By the way, A World of Magic is multi-POV. Anyways, back to The Man. This is going to be also multi-POV. And yeah, the main characters, this one has a set cast. This is all taking place in like the same time, in like the same world. Okay. The main characters are Caroline, Corbin, and The Man. Should I say that? I'm gonna tell you the last names. Caroline Ward, Corbin Stanyard, and, well, the man. He's just the man. Nobody knows who he is, but he is a shadow person. Well, Shadow Walker. Shadow Walker, it's kind of like a race I made up. Basically, when someone is either born out of shadows, or they were consumed by shadows. Okay? And in this case, the man was consumed by shadows after he committed his first murder. And he has been doing this for 30 years. And nobody was supposed to be working on his case at the CDA, the Criminal Detective Agency, by the way. Different from the CDA that we have in our world, it's completely different. It's kind of like the, what is it? The, not the IRS. The CIA. But the CDA. Criminal Detective Agency. Ugh. Anyways. Nobody was supposed to be working on the man's case after the person, the old person, I don't remember the wording. The old person who was working on the case, like the main person. That's how we're gonna describe it. His name, I kind of forgot his name. Hunter Evergreen. That was his name. Hunter Evergreen. He went insane. The man made him insane. And then, a few days later, he died. After working on this case for a while. And before he died, he told two people, Richard Opel and Thelma Dold, do not let anyone else work on this case. They will go insane. They didn't listen. For 30 years, the man kept on murdering people. So eventually, the CDA decided, we need to catch him. So that leads up to now. Caroline Ward has been a single agent, meaning she hasn't had a partner, for 5 years. Because the first time she had a partner, it did not end well. Don't ask me how it didn't end well. I don't know yet. 5 years later, she's called into Director Rowan Sylvan's office. He's, well, the director of the agency, like the leader of the agency. I don't really know. I don't really know what that's called. I believe it's just director. I don't know. And he has a new agent, a rookie, if I may. And it is little old Corbin. Oh, I love Corbin. He's such a silly, goofy guy. And basically those two team up to find the man. And when they get too close to finding him, things don't end well. I believe I already said this is going to be a duology. Secret agents. There is a subplot of romance, I believe. I have to have the romance. Sadly, it's straight. That's okay. It's okay. Corbin's bisexual. So, is it straight? Yeah, Corbin, he's a little zesty. He's a little zesty. He's a little zesty. It's kind of like how Percy Jackson and Annabeth Chase got together. Like, they didn't really like each other at first, but they were working together, and then they kind of became friends, and then they just kind of, mwah. This is literally just Percy Jackson and my Jason favorite mystery thriller. Without the powers. I just realized that. Okay. Anyways, moving on. So the second one, no, the third one is Royalty of the Guard. It is a higher fantasy. Also, it is a working title. I don't know if it's gonna stay that or if it's gonna change. I don't really like it, so it might change. So, Royalty of the Guard, it is about. Oh, by the way, this is also multi-POV. All of it's gonna be multi-POV. All of it. Just saying. So, multi-POV with characters Dinah, I forgot her last name, and Hannah, I also forgot her last name. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Dinah. Hannah's a princess. It's pronounced Hannah. It doesn't look like Hannah. It's either Hannah or Hannah. I believe it's Hannah, actually. Yeah, Hannah. She is a princess, daughter of Queen Belladonna and King, I don't know his name yet. And Dinah has just turned 18 and she is trying to become a guard for the royal castle or whatever. I don't know why I switched that up. She's trying to become a guard. So she's been training since she was like young. Right? How young? I don't really know yet. I don't really know. I don't know. I don't have this written down. This is coming straight off my brain. Anyways. So, on the day of training, Princess Hannah has been without a guard for a guard station there for about 2 weeks now. Because the last one got fired after not being a good person. That's all we're gonna say. So, Dinah's final test isn't one of fighting. It's one of protection, you know? This isn't the typical test for a guard to be on guard, or whatever. So she is told to watch Princess Hannah for a week. And if she like passes and keeps Hannah safe for the week, she gets stationed there for like ever, and if she doesn't, she like you know. Oh, I'm badly explaining this. Okay. Kinda wish I made a script now, but I didn't. I'm just a beep child. I'm a meiner. Anyways, so this is romantasy. That's what I'll say. This is definitely romantasy. Yuri romantasy, I might add. I have a lot of Yuri. I need more yaoi, and I need more representation of different races. That's what I'm figuring out. Okay. Sorry, I stared off into space there for a minute. Anyways, she both at the guard. I don't know if it's going to be a standalone or a duology yet. I'm leaning towards duology, just based on the lore. But that nothing's confirmed for that. I'm gonna move it this way because I want to be comfy. Yeah. Next up is To Lie Like Eleanor. Blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna go look at the name real quick. To Lie Like Amor Damon. That is the next one. This one is a fairly recent thing I've made up. I've not talked about it here on this channel, but I have in my Stitfic account. Go check it out. Anyways. Yeah. Gonna lay down. Gonna lay down on my bed. Anyways. So, The Lies of Amor Damon is, I'm not quite sure. It is some form of fantasy, I believe. It might be fantasy bordering mystery thriller. Okay, that's what I have for now, because this is recent. I don't really know the plot quite yet. All I know is that there is Rin? Yeah. And Finn. Yeah. Rin, they don't have last names that I figured out yet. She was gifted. Well, she has a gift where if someone touches her, they leave a mark. It's like if someone were to slap her, that slap would be ingrained in her face. And every person has a different color. And at some point in her life, she is so covered. She doesn't know what race she is anymore. If she were to just look at her skin, with clothes on, like shorts, like this long, you wouldn't be able to tell what her race is. Except for face, I think. I don't really know. But it's just her skin is covered to the point that you can't tell. Like, you cannot see her skin. And one day, she meets this guy named Finn. And Finn asks why are there so many, like, handprints, and, like, why is there a slap on your face and stuff? And why are there fingerprints, you know? And she responds, she explains how everybody needs a different color on her skin. And Finn asks if he can touch her and find out what color he is. And he understands. And he tells her that she doesn't have to let him. But she likes him. She doesn't know why, but she does. Gold. They become closer, and eventually they become lovers. Sadly, straight again. Don't worry, they're both queer. They're both queer. Of course they're queer. Why would they not be queer? I'm thinking of the plot. I'm thinking. Let me think a moment. Let me put my thinking cap on. Let me put my other one on. Oh man. What the heck? cover less of my face in this one. Not really. Actually, maybe. I don't know. My first one. This one I'm making myself. Happy. Anyways, it's not about that. So there's this person, Amor Demo. Nobody knows who she is, but she's famous. This is kind of like the man. Except she's not evilish. She is the owner of a company that is horrible for the environment. I think. For this story, treat nothing as canon so far from now on. Ugh. After I said company, bro. Treat none of that canon. Just, she's not like a good person. So we have to figure out, who is she? We did figure out who she is. I don't really know the plot yet. So ignore my yapping. Just, I don't know. Anyways, after that is a story that I don't have a confirmed name for yet. But we're gonna call it 2 months. That's what we're gonna call it for now. It is about, oh my heavens. Anyways, it's about this girl named Sasha. She has spent her whole life being normal. She's normal. And the night before she goes to college, she figures out there's a Denmark in her head. Huh. Denmarks are basically demons, but like not demons. They're like Aucklands, which are half people, half, what you might call it, animal. Except they're like demons or whatever. I don't really know how that works yet. I don't know how to explain it. They're basically just demons. And they are supposed to stay in the darkness, which is basically just the afterlife for my OCs. Ignore this. And they have to figure out life for that. With that. But very big butt, like a BBL butt. Okay, pause. But this Denmark has a twin sister who is not in Sasha's head. She's evil, trying to take over the universe again, starting a war that is mentioned in the prologue of A World of Magic, by the way. The war that I'm talking about now is the war in the prologue of A World of Magic. Happens 800 years before the plot of A World of Magic. Anyways, sidetracked. So they have to not destroy half the universe again. So yeah, basically that might be a trilogy. It's anywhere from a duology to a trilogy, because I don't think I would fit all that in a single book. So yeah. That's kind of it for now. Not all I can think of. Oh! Sorry. Just remember, the originals, that's the temporary one. Very temporary. It's basically telling the story of all the goddesses. That's literally it. It's going to be 7 books. And you're like, what? I thought there were only 6 goddesses of Aragon. That's all you need to know. And then also the Cursed Ones. That's also a very temporary name. For now, it only has 3, maybe 4 confirmed books. It's going to be talking about the Cursed Souls. Well, maybe 5. Because of her. Yeah. That just basically goes on about the Cursed Souls. And then I have some other books. But they're not confirmed, and I don't know much about them. So, well, that's everything I'm planning to write for now. Bye-bye!